In this video, I am going to explain about the querying data from database. There are a number of ways we can interact with the database, and probably one of the most common use cases would be to issue a query in order to retrieve some data. There are actually two main ways we can run the queries. First function is the query function. In query function, which allows us to return one or more than rows. These functions take mainly two arguments. One is the query string, and the next one is the arguments. An argument is like anything like if it is a ID or some name or anything we can add as the arguments, and it returns and this query function returns the rows from the database, and if it's have any errors, then it will return the error. The rows type, when we fetch the data from the database, the row type is the result from the SQL query. And in order to consume for the type, we will need to iterate the iterate the data by using the next syntax. Then we also need to make sure that we need to close the we need to close the fetched result from the database. Once we are all done once we are fetch the data from the database, and as we need to loop the data, we need to loop the fetching data in our rows object. Here the scan method is used for the fetch the data from the our result. So we need to pass out the data. Once I fetch the data from the database by using the name or age or anything like that, so that after fetching the data by using the query and query function, then we need to pass the data. Then we have the scan method used to pass the data. So pass the data. Scan which convert the column read from the database into our own types. Let us make the a minute to see how it's work. Here is the sample code for querying a data data from the database. Here the DB query function is inside of the DB query function. We add the what we needed the query we added inside of the query functions. After in query functions have the two return type. Here the result and error. If in the result is contain the rows of data, and the error is have the if any errors in the query, and the error variable contain that error. Then if it's have error, then we will log that error. After fetching the data, we need to ensure we want to close the rows. Then here I using the struct method. Here I use the struct method. Then I create a new struct, and for each method, here the result.next method it is used for iterating the data, iterating the result from the database. Then I create a variable for the variable for storing the data from the database. Then I scan the data. The result to scan means we pass data from the result. Then append that data into the our created struct. This is some basic syntax of querying a data from the database. There is an another method. There's another method there's another query method is called query raw. Here the in query raw function expected return as the raw value. Here the query method we need suppose we need to fetch the one row of data, then we can use the query raw method. Here only we return the raw data. If your query happen to return more than one row, then that time also we can use the query row. That time we can use the result.scan method that I previously discussed. That method will just group the first row and discard the rest of the data, because you want only the you only expected one row. That's why we discard other data from the query raw method. Then the raw type has one method attached to which is scan. So you don't need to iterate through the result. That means we want only one set of data, so we don't want to need to iterate the data by using the next method. So here we can use the scan method for pass the data. Then I will show one demo for how to connect how to querying a database, how to querying a data from the database. Here I create a struct. Here I already create a struct with product ID, manufacturer, and product name. In my database, I create a table. Table name with the product, and I added product ID, manufacturer, SKU, UPC, price per unit, product quality, product name, all thing. I just create a small column. I just initialize the small column names here the struct. First, I initialize the product at this product. I initialize the struct by using the some columns. Then I create a function name func get all products. Here the get all products, we need to query the data. So we have the result and the error. In query function we have the result and two return data. Like that's once the query rows and the once the errors. Then next one is db database dot db. Here I use the variable. Okay. db con dot query. Instead of the double quotes, we add the query select. I have product ID and product name, manufacturer from table product. If it's have any error, then error not equal to nil. Okay, here I want to declare the return data. Here we have two set of data. One is result data and one is error data. So we need to initialize the return type also. Here we have the product and I have error. If query not equal to null, then return the nil comma error. After that I need to create a struct variable. So products equal to make of, create a struct variable from the product, comma, initialize the data. Then I iterate in the data by using the next method for result dot next. Then I variable click product as product, and then I scan the data. Then I pass data by using the scan function. Then I use the ampersand product dot product ID and product dot manufacturer and product dot product name. After that I append the data into the products is equal to, by using the append function, append products comma product. After that return the data. Return products comma name. Oh sorry, I added some wrong code. If I want to return, then I'll add separately. Then we need to call the get product from the main function. Here we have the product list, and the we had two return values, get products. If have error not equal to nil, then log dot, we want to print the data error. After that we need to print the fmt, print our product list, fmt dot println of what product list. So we need to run the code. First we go run main dot. Here listing all data from the database. I have 3 set of data. If I add one more data like ABC, then I try it again. Here is the result. Next one, if I need to fetch only one data, here also we can implement the same function. I copying the function, same function. Here get product from ID. Here I pass an ID, product ID as int value. Then I create a select query, select product ID, product name, manufacturer for product, where product ID equal to, here we can add the variable arguments, product ID. Here also I have I don't have the set of data, so I have the struct data, struct value I want. Here return the struct value. And next one, if we have the query, okay, here we have the query row function. Query row means if I want to fetch the one data, we can use the query row function. Query row function. Query row function only we have the one set of result data. Can remove this. Then I create a product empty struct by using the ampersand product. Then I need to remove all the code. So like I don't want to iterate the data, so I need to remove that code. Here I have the return value errors the product dot. So I change products to product so it can easily handle. Then if it have, there are two type of errors, like the errors which, one error means there is no like empty SQL empty row errors, other one is query error. So I need to handle both, so I add errors errors not equal to SQL dot equal to SQL dot errors no rows error. Then you can return the value, return nil and errors. If I have else if errors not equal to nil, so return the same. Otherwise we can return our data, our product and nil. So in main function we need to call the function and just to copy the data. Change the variables into product and plus. Then I change the values, errors and single product. Here I call the function get the product from the product ID. I just add the I have 1, 2, 3 and 4 IDs. Then I just add the value as 3. Then I run the code. Here first we fetch the all data, then I fetch the data from the by using the third ID 3. This is all about how we querying data from the database.